All right, welcome back to the Built to Grow podcast. I'm your host, Tim Lyons, at the table, joined as always by Randall Angston.
Hello, good day.
Hello.
Hello.
Cheerio. So,
top of the morning to you.
Quick announcement, as we always do, fitprogrowthsummit.com. It's number 4. It's our 4th annual Growth Summit. This is a summit where you come out to a hotel. It's in actually in Franklin, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. We're just saying it's in Nashville because it sounds cooler.
It's right there.
But it's right there. It's like a suburb, right?
Yeah.
Never been there. So I'm excited. You're going to come in for the Thursday night. We got a mixer, warm everybody up, and then we're slamming speakers and information and lots of like actionable items. Got some great folks coming out and some speakers, got some vendors. We got food for you, drinks for you, and it's a good old time. So if you want tickets to that, we do early bird, and then we do tier 1 and tier 2. The prices go up after it. The ticket is $297, cheap as can be. Covers your food for 2 days, at least the lunches, as well as happy hours, and all of the access to all the speakers. We're doing breakout roundtables on our first night, and it's a blast. Every time we've done this, they've gotten better and better. And we're looking for a full house this time, so excited for it.
One of my favorite days of the year. Getting, a lot of faces that we've known for quite a long time. And there's some, these are serious gyms in the industry. So you're rubbing elbows with the guys that you typically see talking from stage, or you get the opportunity to kind of, bounce questions off of them.
And they're sitting next to you and watching the summit. So they're there, and I was just talking to Martin, Martin Rooney. He's like, I'm coming to be at the event. So he goes, I just don't want to speak. I want to be there for 2 days and learn with everybody. And it's like, cool, man, that's awesome. So he'll be there with everybody. But yeah, come check us out. fitprogrowthsummit.com. They'll take you to the landing page. Jump in, and we'll see you there. But this episode, this is a tactical episode. Something we're talking about in regards to Facebook traffic. Something we've been doing for years. It's not very well known. Some of our Iron Circle members are doing it with big success. And I want to share that with you. So what is it? It is a content strategy first, typically video. Well, really only video. Video content traffic strategy, then retargeting into offers. So let's break this down. On Facebook, when you run campaigns, you've got objectives.
Correct.
And there's an objective called video views. Like, so I want more people to watch my video. And when you make a post and you run that post ID as a campaign, you can leverage something called through view. And through view is if somebody watched 15 seconds or more of your episode, then it counts as a through view, and then you pay, typically pennies, like 3 cents, 4 cents. 5 cents, maybe 9 cents.
Sure. To get that view.
To get the view. But, it's great. You're watching they're watching your video. What does that even do for you? Well, it does several things. Number one, it's educational in nature. But number two, and probably the most powerful thing, is then you can create custom audiences that basically put all these people that have watched 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 50%, there's parameters, into a bucket. And you can just let that grow in real time, and you can keep pushing videos out, and you can add that video to that audience, and then you do another video and add that video to the audience, and you're paying for views on it, but it quickly escalates to thousands and thousands of people into a custom audience. Now, when you run your offers, you can target just that audience, and basically they're warmed up.
There you go.
And that takes us back to our old, topic of, we keep bringing it up. There's a big difference between direct response and branding / educational content. So just to define the two of them, let's define direct response for a second.
Sure.
Direct response is what you see basically every gym in the world do it. Free trial, 3 sessions, challenge, 6-week challenge. It's, here's my offer. I've given you no value. Here's my offer, sign up.
Yeah, it's usually positioning, some deliverable for a price. Right.
Buy one, get one free, 50% off, second half off. Those are all direct response offers. Now, I'd argue that without direct response offers, that you don't get any leads sometimes. Like you've got to pitch something to get a lead, but there's only so many people that resonates with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we talk about our awareness triangle all the time. And if I had a chart, I would draw this for you. But basically, it's a triangle, and at the top, the tip of the top smallest part of the triangle, those are the clients that are most aware, that actually react to direct response. They know they have a problem. They know personal training or your gym's the solution, and then here you are showing up in their news feed, and it's just the perfect time.
Yep.
And do they work? For sure they work, but to an extent, right? And as CPMs creep and as your market's saturated, and there's only so many of those people that go around. At the bottom of this triangle, this is the biggest, largest piece of the pie, or I guess it's the wedge, right? The triangle. These are the people that have the problem. They're not even aware.
Correct.
They just live life in pain and miserable all the time. They don't know what to do to fix it. They don't even know they have a problem. So that's what these videos do. They go and talk to everybody in that entire pyramid. And what's nice about this is the people that are watching, they're self-selecting themselves as they're interested, right? And you didn't pitch them anything.
Yeah.
You haven't burned that bridge, right? You're actually giving. So we're making deposits into the bank of the
marketplace.
Life. Yeah, the bank of the marketplace, and doing these video view campaigns, call it through view. It basically it kills two birds with one stone. Number one, it educates your market, and two, they tell you who's interested. And now when we run direct response offers, you can target those people, and you've got some goodwill with them.
And that's huge. That's everything. I mean, obviously, you guys are listening. Like, this is a way that we give content away. We give value. We're teaching you a lesson right here. We haven't asked anything for that, in return of that yet. But this would be content. The branding. We're giving you that pieces of value.
Sure.
Now, if we were to sit here and pitch one of our services and ask you to sign up for this and pay this, we'd be talking the direct response side. But in giving that value, like Tim said, you're making a deposit, and it's an old analogy I always used, right? Like, your marketplace is a bank account. You want to pull money out of your bank account, or out of your marketplace, out of your bank account, by the way of, your clients spending money with you, giving you their money, is where you're receiving that money from the marketplace. In order to do so, you have to make sure that you have funds in the account. How do you do that? By giving value to the marketplace. That's where the brand marketing comes in. And so, like you said, it's doing multiple things though. You're also building that clout, that local expert, that trust, and respect that's needed in order to actually ask for a sale. And so you're building that relationship with somebody. You're warming them up to the solution, as well as you being the solution. And I mean, in a perfect world, like this is the type of marketing that I wish we saw more gyms doing. Because then obviously when you pair it with that offer, it's a home run.
Correct. And this could be done in a lot of formats. Those of you that do blogs, this could be created. You can turn this into a video. You could essentially, in lieu of doing the video view campaigns, you can do retargeting traffic, meaning you can put the content out there with no ask, no hook, send them to your website, and then put them in a custom audience from there.
Just based on page view.
Right.
Correct.
Page view.
Yeah.
So they hit your website, they read the blog, and now they're over in this custom audience, and then you can retarget them that way. If in fact, you can bundle all these audiences into total retargeting traffic, and you can say, hey, anybody that watched these videos, anybody that's hit my website, anybody that's clicked on this form but didn't, like a Facebook lead form that didn't submit, put them all into a giant, just call it a warm bundle. I mean, to be honest with you, that's probably the best bet, because that'll be your biggest audience. And in the grand scheme of things at local businesses, unless you've got multiple locations and you're spending some cash to get those views, I mean, you're not going to get thousands and tens of thousands of people in there. So might as well just bundle them all up. At least at some point they've seen you before you hit them with the offer.
And this is one of those areas too where your custom audiences, you can segment them too. You could do the opposite, right? You could do a men's and a women's and speak specifically if you have offerings that do speak to men and women separately. You could position those offers specifically to those in those appropriate buckets. Age. We're big on the fit over 40s, fit over 50s, a little bit more seasoned individuals, right? And so you can use those types of parameters. You guys listening, like we've all experienced Retargeting, you know what I mean? Google, if you've been on an Amazon at all, right? They do it all the way across the web. But Facebook specifically, I mean, click a link, click an ad. Anything that if you leave Facebook and you go somewhere else, there's a good chance that person's going to retarget you. Mm-hmm. And this is your opportunity to be that person.
Be the person.
Be that gym.
It sounds complicated, but in reality, it's very simple. It's literally deciding what to do way in advance. So instead of just running your challenge lead ad out there into the world, start with video content, get it out there, run some traffic to it, put those people. And then once you got that, you can actually let this run a while before you even create the custom audience, because it'll aggregate it back. Yeah. You can say, hey, anybody that's watched this, 50% or more of this video in the last 90 days, put them in this bucket. And then you can just keep doing that. In fact, you can do no offer for weeks and just run video ads.
I was gonna say, and you could target, you could section or layer them too, right? Mm-hmm. So like those who've seen, 50% of this video, now you're going to retarget them to a different video that's going to elaborate on the lesson and build that further value, take it deeper. There's so many different ways. And like you said, it seems difficult or it seems creepy, but at the end of the day, I see both sides of the coin. It's really weird as a consumer being targeted with some of these things. You're like, damn, man, like, our phones are listening, right? Like, why does that stuff pop up on Facebook? That is a little bit of that fringe line. But then if you think about it, this is the stuff that we're talking about, right? Like the ethics of the business side of things is as a business, your job is to deliver the product to the consumer that wants your product.
Right.
If they're sitting around the kitchen table talking about our product, why don't I position that in front of them? And so, guys, we're not selling crack. We're selling health and fitness. If your people are, following certain pages that show that that's what they like, or their interests, or they're using keyword search terms, or like all of these things, like this is putting your solution in front of the people who need you the most. And so
exactly, and it's doing so many things for you. This is, first off, your competitors aren't doing it.
Hell no.
Right? Nobody's doing this. Especially
we could probably count on like our hands together how many gyms listening are probably doing this total.
Right.
It's just not common.
It's not a common play, but it's a very effective play. In fact, we used to offer a service, and it was expensive because we were helping you create the videos and stuff, and we did very well. In fact, I have a case study specifically done with a big franchise.
Content to clients?
Well, yeah, but I want to kind of position the case study, and here's what happened. It was a big, fitness franchise. You know who they are, and basically they had a 21-day XYZ challenge coming up. It was coming up, and corporate was going to run one of their campaigns, and then we were going to run the other one, and they were going to decide, whether or not it was effective.
Who was going to do it? Yeah.
And so the 30 days prior to the actual marketing of the XYZ challenge, we ran content. We ran video views. We ran, multiple through view campaigns. We built custom audiences, and then we ran the hook.
The offer.
And it was night and day.
Yep.
It was ridiculous. It was like 2 were sold by corporate and like 22 were sold.
We filled it right here. I'm trying to remember what the numbers were. I've seen it recently.
It was like over $150,000 in personal training revenue was created by our campaign, and like we didn't even know. It wasn't even measurable on the other.
Yeah.
And it was just because we did this play first. Yes, it takes time. Yes, it takes planning. Yes, you got to actually do some work. But 22-2, it wasn't even close. It wasn't like 18-20.
Yeah.
Negligible. It was 10 times. And so that's worth the struggle and the trouble of doing this type of
Absolutely.
Campaign. And it was amazing.
I mean, the awareness triangle alone, like, just it goes to show you. I mean, everybody in fitness is positioning that offer specifically just to that top demographic who's looking for a gym. Mm-hmm. But like they're not even communicating to people that are looking for other gyms or like other, like that are shopping gyms. It's just the assumption that we are it and buy our stuff. You know what I mean? Like, add some value. Like, speak to what you bring to the table differently than your competition, because they're shopping your services. We recently talked about like a testimonial versus a review. Testimonial, like, they've figured out in that awareness triangle, they were already at the solution is fitness, but now they're shopping which studio is the right home, you know what I mean, for that solution. And so that's where you need to be able to provide some of that stuff to the marketplace. Tell your consumers what it's like, or even better, have other people who've used your services tell your marketplace what it's like. And, you know, so get some reviews out there and position those later in that process to you know, push somebody over the edge that you are the right home once they've decided that that fitness is the answer. So
and content doesn't have to be hard. All you have to do is listen to what your clients are saying.
Yeah.
Hey, what should I eat after my workout? Hey, what should I have for breakfast tomorrow? Hey, what shoes should I wear to work out? How often should I train? How much protein intake should I? I mean, those are a lot of the questions that we hear. You know, like what's a perfect training schedule? How much sleep should I get? Those are all pieces of content that you can, you know, create videos.
Guys, if we can come up with content for 300 something episodes twice a week, by talking to you guys on, you know, what you're doing in your business and working with you guys daily, we could do the same thing in our fitness businesses. Like, we do 15 to a half hour twice a week. That's a lot to talk on. Mm-hmm. And if we can source this much content, you could for sure get a few things to talk about in your fitness facility about the struggles and the, you know, the things that your clients are working on, where you guys are able to help, what you provide for the marketplace. But the biggest thing is nobody's doing it. Like this is wide open, guys. The gyms who take this lesson, implement it, you're not just going to get ahead. You're going to skyrocket. Away from everybody else.
And the nice thing is you've got those custom audiences. Well, until the timer runs out. Like if it's 180 days, you got them for 6 months. You can keep growing those, and keep using them. Keep using them. Send your offers. Send more videos. Send more offers. Send more videos. And those people have, they identified by watching the video. They told you they're interested. Now, instead of just showing your offer to everybody in town, you're just showing it to the people that are really interested. You watch your conversions go up. So, Facebook's secret little hack here. It's not secret. It's just you guys don't know about
way
it.
Underutilized. Way underutilized.
So jump on that, guys. I'd love to hear your results when you do this. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you reach out and say, hey, how do you do that? Or
there you go. If you don't know how, reach out to us.
Or post it in the group, and maybe we'll do some training on that. But it's a smart play. Let's be honest. Like there's only so many 6-week challenge ads you're going to be able to run before it starts to decline over time. So jump on that, guys. Hopefully this helps you. Maybe wrap your head around doing marketing a little bit differently, doing it better, and beating your competition. That's all we care about, is helping you win. That's it for this show, guys. Until next episode, keep changing lives. We'll see you on the next show. Bye. All right, and thank you for listening to that episode of the Built to Grow podcast, where we help gym owners win. Now, do you want to connect with me and other gym owners online? All you need to do is join our private Facebook group, Business Talk with Fitness Professionals. Just head on over to Facebook and type in Business Talk with Fitness Professionals, and when you do, we're going to give you our 10 marketing strategies 7-figure gym owners use to win. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep building something great.